All right, folks, and welcome to another edition of our venture in the visual novel If My Heart Had Wings. Last episode got a little bit on the challenging side, I should say, in which one of the club members, who is Ageha, apparently now has to fulfill some duties that came up in the robot club, since she's also part of that club, so she had to stay away from the soaring club while she deals with those matters. But it looks like we've gotten word that it may not be all just so much of her actually having to fulfill obligations as it is simply that their club advisor or their club leader, I'm not sure who it is, but one of the teachers apparently who is affiliated with their club, it has been noted that apparently they may have a grudge against Amane. And since Ageha is in the club of the soaring club, it seems as if though he's using Amane as leverage, not Amane, Ageha, that he's kind of using Ageha as a means of leverage against Amane. If that is indeed the case, shame on him. You should never use people as leverage just because you got a chip on your shoulder. That's very childish and it's irresponsible, especially for a grown adult. That's very irresponsible. But hopefully that's not the case, and hopefully if it is, he gets over it, because it's a bad example. But with that, Kaneko, I think it's time for us to continue our venture in the story. So if you could do the honors.
前回のデータをロードしちゃうよ。
Yep, that's the one. Let's get going. It sucks that the production of the main wings has been slowed down, but let's wait until then.
でも、もしやめる気なら早いとこ行ってほしいわね。また部員探さないといけないんだから。
While she slowly poked at her omelet, Kotori voiced her complaints.
お前ら、ここで何してる?
Suddenly, a man's deep voice called out. Surprised, we turned to look at the door and saw a middle-aged man standing there. From the open door, we hear the sound of the rain hitting the ground and feel the humidity coming inside.
あいつ。
Speak of the devil. It's the Robot Club advisor, Mr. Kujira Tobioka.
今は試験中だぞ。部活動は禁止だって知らんのか?
知ってます。だから部活してたわけじゃありません。
何?
Hey, don't get sassy with him like that.
だってムカつくんだもん。
We're eating our lunch and studying for tomorrow's exams. Tobioka stares right at me. He looks like he doesn't believe what students say one little bit. Yeah, this dude has to stick up his rear end. I'm pretty sure if I was there, I'd have some words for him from adult to adult, because that gets on my nerves. But I'm not lying. I've just transferred here, so there are many things I don't know in the specialist subjects. So Senior Mochizuki is teaching me. Kotori is also not too great with these specialist subjects. So the fact that we are here studying for our exams is a valid reason. Of course, having air conditioning is another reason.
お前らか。ソアリング部の新入部員っての。
Yeah, what about it? Got a problem with it? He seems to have been convinced by what I said, but now he's changed the question.
悪いことは言わん。こんな部やめておけ。
Dude, you seriously need to go grab a ham sandwich and chill out, you know?
なんですって。
何かに打ち込みたいなら、ロボット部に入ればいい。
Oh, get out of here with that self-advertising nonsense. Go back to the rock you crawled from under. Sir, why do you have to say something like that? While trying to hold back Kotori, without thinking, I answered back angrily. I was pretty annoyed, though.
生徒を指導するのが教師の務めだ。姫木にもそう言っておいた。
There is a big difference between guidance and indoctrination.
やっぱりあいつ姫木さんを脅したのよ。許せない。
Hold it. Calm down. Kotori looked like she was going to charge her wheelchair into Mr. Tobioka. So as you would expect, I hold her back. So what did she say?
しばらく考えると言ってたな。まあ、よほどのバカじゃない限り答えは一つだろう。
Okay, I really would just like if this game just had a little bit more playability to it, because I certainly would have written a petition against this guy with as many signatures I can get about his attitude. Because there's a certain point where there's some rules should be where teachers can't be like that towards students, as that kind of classifies as harassment.
これでもあいつには目をかけてるんだ。うちの部員の中じゃ優秀な方だからな。
あの子はやめたりしないわ。だってあんなに一生懸命頑張ってたんだもの。
だからだ。どうせ真剣に打ち込むなら将来性がある方がいい。こんなどこも目指してないようなクラブじゃなくな。
We have no goals? We do have goals. We have clear objectives. As we answer back, Mr. Tobioka scoffs at us. We don't take part in competitions. We don't make announcements of our work. So a teacher like him, maybe it looks like we're just doing this for fun.
それにな、もうやるだけ無駄なんだよ。
Okay, so what are competitions supposed to establish other than vanity for your school?
ソアリング部はこの夏で廃部だ。
Based on what?
そうだったな、望月。
それは部員が私一人だったからではないでしょうか。今はこの通り葵くんや小鳥たちがいますので。
約束は約束だ。
As Amani tries to explain calmly and without getting angry, Mr. Tobioka forcefully interrupts her. Then,
必ず守ってもらうぞ。
he states as if reminding her of something, then storms out of the garage.
どういうことなの？
This dude needs a real reality check. I'd say we should start with some serious cases of get a stick out of his butt related to his ego. Violence, last resort, which is not at that point yet. But I'd say ultimately he needs to be reprimanded by the dean. Is it true that the club will lose its status? Once Tobioka had left, we both went over to Amane.
飛岡先生が約束の中身を誤解しているんじゃないかな。
He did not misunderstand it. He's disregarding it. There's a big difference between misunderstanding and disregard. Know that.
廃部というのは約束を果たした結果生じる副産物であって。なんなのその約束って。私はこの夏で引退するんだ。
Leaving? We were stunned. Stunned to hear about this so suddenly.
あまねちゃんってこの先もずっとここにいるんじゃなかったの？
That's what I thought too. I thought she was going to stay here even after we leave.
私は本来留年できる年数を過ぎて学校に留まっている。学校側からの特別な許可を得てのことだ。その代わりにいくつかの約束を交わした。その一つが今年の夏で部活を引退し、春には卒業するというものだ。引退して卒業。
What about the club being closed?
さっきも言った通り、そんな約束はしていない。飛岡先生の思い違いだ。
Disregard. Not misunderstanding, disregard.
この何年かずっと一人でやってきた。新しい部員が入ることもなく。だから学校側は私の引退と同時にソアリング部を廃部にするつもりでいたんだろう。
Understandable, but if they have people that are now interested in keeping the club going, then they have to keep it open, especially if they meet the requirements, do they not? Hearing about these things all of a sudden left me slightly confused. Is that okay? For you to quit?
いいも悪いもない。学校側が許してくれないだろうし、これは父との約束でもあるんだ。
The teachers, her father, all these promises she's made with adults. I don't know what all those people were thinking when they made those promises. But I do know that there are things that will be lost because of them.
だから、それまでに。
Amani picked up the photo frame that was placed on her desk. The frame that was once empty now had the beautiful photograph of the passage of clouds in the morning sun placed inside.
それまでに、ここへ行きたいんだ。
As do we all. Amani stared at the photograph as if she were looking at something far, far away.
みんなが来てくれて、もしかしたらって思い始めてた。今度こそ届くかもしれないって。
Just maybe. This time. Thinking of all the many months that Amani had spent in this garage, her words felt so full of meaning. Listening to her words besides me, Kotori was quietly biting her lip.
Ani, どうしたの?
Is Ageha here?
あーちゃんならコンビニに行くって出てったよ。
Okay, thanks.
携帯にかけてみれば?
No, it's okay. I want to speak to her face to face.
ふひひ。テスト勉強頑張ってる自分にご褒美あげないとね。
Indeed.
ご褒美といえば、ハーゲンダッチのクッキー&クリーム。
Bon appetit.
いただきまーす。
You look like you're enjoying that. She let down her guard as she opened her mouth wide to stuff ice cream into it. Ageha choked from the force of spitting it out.
葵、いきなり声かけないでよ。
Why is it that when they always get caught off guard like that, it's always a scene of where they're either ingesting something and they choke on it? I don't get it. Sorry, you should eat it when you get home.
溶けちゃうじゃん。それに、こうやって外で食べるのが贅沢なんだよ。葵も一口食べる?
Okay, I'll have a little.
はーい、
Stop talking like that, will ya? It's embarrassing. I say while putting the spoon that Ageha was holding out into my mouth. Oh, that's nice. What flavor is this?
クッキー&クリーム&アゲハちゃん関節キス味。
There are some unneeded things mixed in, but it tastes good. I'll try buying some of this next time.
少しは照れやがれ。これだから幼馴染ってやつは。
It could be part of it. When we were kids, it was normal for us to pass juice boxes around. Now it's more embarrassing to act shy about sharing something like ice cream. In other words, I pretended not to be shy about it.
んで、あんた何してんのこんなとこで。明日の試験勉強やんなくていいの?
I heard from Hotaru that you'd be here.
わざわざうち行ったんだ。
Yeah, I was just in the neighborhood, just kicking it. You mind if I have a bit more?
うん、いいよ。
All right. The rain had been falling since this morning, has stopped in the evening, and the stars shone beautifully in the night sky. It was humid, but the breeze was cool. We walked along the empty lakeside promenade. Sorry if I butchered that. And I changed to another topic. I heard it from someone in the robot club. Mr. Tobioka said something to you, didn't he?
ああ、その話か。別に掛け持ちが高速で禁止されてるわけでもなし、気にすることないと思うよ。
But even so, It's said that Tobioka is a pretty powerful speaker, even amongst the teachers. Let me become a teacher there. We'll find out who's the strongest. No doubt about it, being in his sights is definitely not good.
まあでもちょっと誤算はあったかな。
I don't buy that.
ソアリング部には天音先輩がいるから、私は遠巻きに見ながらちょっとお手伝いするだけで大丈夫なんじゃないかなって思ってたんだよね。
So that's why you thought it would be alright to be in both clubs? Nagaha nods.
まさかね。あそこまで不器用とは。そんな天音先輩もなんか可愛くて好きだけど。
Mr. Tobioka is the advisor to the robot club, right? If you don't quit the soaring club, he'll force you to leave the robot club, won't he?
やっぱそうなっちゃうのかな。困るな。どっちか選べって言われてもさ。
Ageha. Please, don't quit.
どっちを？
The soaring club.
だよね。
Ageha seems troubled by me bringing this up. Then, holding on to the railing of the promenade, I leaned towards the lake. Now that the rain has stopped, countless stars are projected on the calm surface of the lake.
ねえ、覚えてる？秘密基地ごっこ。
Huh? Oh, I remember. When I lived here before, outside Kazumi Shopping Street, in an alley that was hard for people to see down, was a building that had been abandoned. We made it our secret base, and we would all gather there and play.
あれ、楽しかったよね。
Yeah, we took all sorts of toys there, and we decided to remodel the place. I think that playing secret bases is something that almost everyone must have done as a kid. I don't really recall. But we were proud of our base, because it was much bigger and better. Well, anyway, it was cool. One day, some bad kids from the next neighborhood came to take it away from us, and we all fought together to ward them off. And various other things happened there. Speaking of which, what happened to that abandoned building?
ウィンディ風が浦の下敷き。
So that means it was swallowed in the first wave of redevelopment. What about it?
似てるんだよね。ソアリング部のガレージの雰囲気が。
It is, now that you mention it. At the back of the school grounds, where it stands like it's been forgotten by everyone, and inside, Amani and the other soaring club members from years gone by redecorated it as they saw fit. It's a jumble of things that no one understands, and it looks so chaotic, but you really feel the presence of the people who have been there.
だからかな。最近やたらと楽しいんだよね。楽しすぎてついうっかり夢中になっちゃうくらい。でもロボット部も好きで入ったんだし、今回コンクールに出られるのはすごく嬉しいことなんだよ。
Yeah. I heard that Ageha has inspired the juniors who lacked motivation and had helped their construction of their robot to proceed. She has a responsibility to them too.
出られなくなった先輩たちの分もやれるだけのことはしておきたい。それが私のけじめってやつかな。
So, you're...
うん。コンクールが終わったらやめるつもり。
Is it okay for you to do that? This is what she wants, and it might sound a little strange to say this, but it looked like she still had some kind of lingering attachment.
いいのいいの。ロボット作るのは楽しかったけど、今はグライダーが楽しくてしょうがないんだな。天音先輩と一緒にものづくりができるのはすごい刺激だし。
You think so?
そうだよ。あんたももっと感激しなさい。
Somehow it would seem that the impact of the first time we met was so strong that rather than thinking of her as a great person, the impression of her being an interesting person wins in the end. The truth is, there's something else. This is what I really wanted to talk about. It looks like Amane is going to quit this summer.
何それ。
Today at lunchtime, Mr. Tobioka came to the garage. Then, I tell Agaha everything that happened at the garage at lunchtime. Our exchange with Mr. Tobioka, and about the promise with Amane.
天音先輩が引退？だって超留年してずっと続けてきたんだよ。これからだってきっと。
She said it was a promise to the teachers. Amane is planning to quit this summer.
そんな。
If you don't come back soon, I don't think we'll make it in time. That day, after that, Kotori and I confirmed our work schedule. Based on the assumption that Agha would come back on the expected day, we would just about be able to make it in time to do a test flight during the summer holiday. Never mind making going to the Passage of Cloud. I'm sorry. I know that what I'm saying is unreasonable. But I can't just keep quiet and tell you about it later. I'm aware that she's faced with a difficult choice. However, even if I told her once it's already too late, Agaha would still feel hurt. That's why it's better to talk about it while there is still a possibility.
そっか。天音先輩引退しちゃうのか。
Agaha mumbled quietly while she tapped her fingers on her chin, deep in thought. She paced one lap around the place and then remembered her Hargen Darch and went back to eat it.
ああ、溶けちゃった。
I'll get you another one. Agaha put the empty ice cream cup on top of the railing, leaned over and looked down.
じゃあ次は葵の番。
Me?
葵が自分のこと話すの。
No, it's alright. What was it again? I was a little puzzled by this unexpected turn of events. Agaha looked up straight at me. It was almost like she was glaring at me.
葵はどうして自転車やめちゃったの？
Huh? Being asked out of the blue like that meant I couldn't think of my model answer right away. That's because there's no cycle racing club here.
自転車部なくたって趣味で続けることはできるでしょ？なのに全然乗ってないよね、自転車。
Agaha looks at me like she knows that I'm at a loss for an answer and sees right through me.
この前のレースで事故したのと関係があるの？
How do you know?
レースの結果くらいネットで調べられるよ。私、あんちゃんから葵のレースのこと聞いて見に行けなかったのすんごい悔しくてさ。表彰台に上がったんでしょ？だからずっとネットで見てたの、葵のレース結果。
That's what Masasugu was talking about before. Agaha felt bad about that she couldn't see you at your best. You knew about that, didn't you? At the time, I thought it was strange that Aga hadn't asked me anything about my cycling. If she felt bad about not being able to come and watch, she should have been able to ask me, why don't you carry on, like she is now.
事故があったのも、葵がリタイアしたのも、そこに書いてあった。で、どうしてやめちゃったの？ねえ、どうして？
Ageha, still looking up at me, stepped over a puddle and kept coming towards me. I was injured. My knee. That's why I couldn't carry on.
やっぱり、そうなんだ。
It wasn't just cycling. She didn't really question whether or not that was the reason for me changing schools. She knew that I don't want to talk about it, so she didn't ask me.
どうして言ってくれなかったの？
I thought it was kinda lame that I got injured and then came running back here.
みっともなくないよ。
It is lame. It just sounds like I'm whining. I didn't want you guys to see that uncool side of me.
ふん、かっこいい。
What? Are you making fun of me?
うん。
Why, you? She doesn't know how I felt about quitting cycling or why I came back here.
だって、ハバネさんには見せたんでしょ？みっともないところ。
Why did you have to bring that up?
半分当てずっぽ。でもやっぱ話してたんだ。
Well, that's... I don't know what to say, and Aga gives me a sideways glare. It's true that I hadn't told Agaha and the others, and when I told Kotori, I thought it was strange. Funnily enough, that conversation took place right where we are now. Perhaps I told her because she had suffered a much worse injury than me. She had lost so much and had felt so much despair. And she couldn't stand it anymore and started to crack under the strain of it all. As I felt myself getting even just a little closer to her, I showed her the weakest side of myself. I'm really sorry. I gave a great big bow.
声出てないよ。元体育会系の水瀬葵くん。
I had my reasons. It's true. Please believe me. She said that she wanted to drop out of school, and I couldn't think of a way to persuade her to stay.
ハバネさんを思いとどまらせるために、大親友の私にも言えないようなことを打ち明けたと。
Yes, that's right.
ねえ、葵。
Yes? What is it?
ハバネさんと付き合ってるの？
Huh?
いっつも一緒にいるし、そう見えなくもないんだけど。
No, 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 no.
もし付き合ってるのに秘密にされてるんだったら、なんか気まずいし、引け目感じちゃって言いづらいから、ソアリング部やめちゃおっかな。
This is escalating very quickly. You're wrong. That's not it at all.
じゃあ好きなの？
What are you talking about?
声が裏返った。怪しい。
If I had a problem with her, I wouldn't spend so much time with her. Do you mean that girls and boys can't be friends? I try answering back in the way a child would, but I really don't see her that way. If that's what you're saying, what about me and you? Actually, there are some people who mistakenly think that Aga and I are an item.
じゃあ、ハバネさんとはただのお友達だと。
Yes, just friends.
今一番仲のいいね。
I can't deny that.
ああ、私が葵の一等親友だったのはもう過去の話か。
I did wait for you back at school when you asked me to, right? When it comes to friends, there is no number one.
分かってないな。私にとっちゃ葵の一番の親友であることはとても特別なことなの。だって小さい頃からそうだったんだから。一番かそうじゃないかは大きいよ。一番なら怪我のことも話してくれてたよ、きっと。
Well, you wouldn't be at all shy about something like that.
関節キスで照れないやつが何を言うかね。もしかして女扱いされてませんか？
It's getting thick. Well, it's not that I wasn't shy. I was just embarrassed to show it, that's all. Is it possible that Ageha was the same?
いっそ付き合っちゃえばいいのに。そしたら私が一番の親友に返り咲き。
Call it what you like. More importantly, let's talk about the club. I try to force the conversation back to the topic at hand after getting hugely sidetracked.
はいよ。
Alright folks, and with that, we're gonna put a bookmark right here because I'm actually over time. As I noticed, I was trying to find a spot to be able to pick up sometime down the road. But yeah, it's getting pretty thick right now as far as the relationship between the two of these individuals. But yeah, as far as I can tell, I mean, I can understand where Ageha is coming from in that regard. And, you know, I think... So basically my thoughts about this, based on what I'm seeing right now, is, you know, I didn't want to tell anyone because obviously, you know, he felt embarrassed. And that's understandable. And, you know, Ageha is indeed angry that, you know, she wasn't told and that he told someone else, but the motive of telling someone else was in the fact as means to help them in a particular situation. It wasn't because they were best friends. He was just trying to give them something they can relate to. So the motive is completely different. But I guess in her eyes, it's all the same. So in that particular case, it's just getting kind of hairy, but ultimately they just got to get past it. You know, he says he's not interested in her, so Ageha needs to accept that. But it really seems like Ageha actually wants to try to start something up with him. You know, that's just the vibe that I'm getting right now. I could very well be wrong, but that's just the vibe that I'm getting. That Ageha, it seems like she wants to start something up with him again. If what Mabo said was true, that Aoi got turned down once, but now here it is, them two again. Maybe she does want to start something up with him now, but I guess we're going to see where all this pans out as we go along. So with that, everyone, thank you for checking this video out. If you liked what you saw today, maybe leave a like for me. And if you want to see more content, by all means, if you're not subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe. And until next time, happy mixing, everyone.